Hi, everybody. Welcome to our abs challenge. I'm excited you guys are joining us for this 4-week journey that we have coming up. So I wanted to get started just going over, so we have a little bit of knowledge about this area, okay, our abdominal area. In this area, we have 4 main muscles, okay? So we have the rectus abdominis, which are like your 6-pack abs that run right down here. We have our internal and external obliques, which run in a cross hatch pattern, okay? And they help with things like rotation. And we have our transverse abdominis, which goes around like so. And that helps with, it's a deep muscle. And that helps with things like sudden movements where you cough. I'm sure all of us have had, we've been sick at some point and we have been coughing and coughing for a couple of days. And then you wake up and you're like, wow, this is really sore. And part of that is your rectus, your transverse abdominis, and all the abdominal muscles are contracting quickly to help with that. Okay, so now you're an expert on your core muscles. And now what function do they really serve in the body? Your abdominal muscles serve 3 main functions. One, very obvious, it holds in the organs and kind of acts as a container for the midsection, the organs of the midsection. Okay, that's pretty obvious. Number 2, it helps, just like what we talked about with the transverse abdominis, with quick contraction of the abdomen for things like when you go to the bathroom, things when you cough, you vomit, all sorts of different things like that, okay? And lastly, and this is their job that they do every day, is they act as stabilizers for the body. So in your everyday movements, you don't realize how much your abdominal muscles are at work, keeping you balanced and stable. So that's how we're going to kick off this 4-week abs challenge, is working on developing awareness, first of all, of using specifically the abdominal muscles. So you're not using your back or you're not using your hip flexors. You're really isolating and using these abdominal muscles, number 1. And then we'll move into more complex movements of strengthening them. But we want to start out today with making sure we're very clear on what areas of the body we want to be using. Okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start just on our back. Okay? So you can watch me first. So you're going to lie down and just simply have one hand on your belly, okay? And the other hand can be down on the floor. And simply, you're just going to take an inhalation breath through your nose. And as you exhale, you're going to lift your head up off of the floor. And then inhale down, exhale up. And you'll feel your abdominal muscles. You can move anywhere from the lower ribs down to the top of the pubic bone as you do this to feel your abdominal muscles in action. Okay, so now let's do a set of 10. So take a deep breath in. Exhale. Head curls up. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, legs stay on the floor. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. That's 5. Inhale. exhale, 6, inhale, exhale, 7, inhale, exhale, 8, inhale, exhale, 9, inhale, exhale, 10. Good. And then release. And you can go ahead and hug one knee in. Good. And then the other leg. Good. And then both legs straight again. And just start out looking straight up to the ceiling. And then let the head roll to the right, stretching out the left side of the neck. And then come back up to center and then go to the left. Make sure your shoulders are down, giving your neck some space. Good. One more breath here. Good. And then we come back up to center. Okay. And the next thing we're going to work on here is really important, is called the pelvic tilt or pelvic clock. Okay. So you're going to have your feet hips width distance apart. Okay. And make sure that your feet are parallel. And when you sit like this, you'll realize that your lower back arches slightly off of the floor. Okay. So close your eyes for a moment, and in your mind's eye, picture the face of a clock. Okay. And you'll see you have 12 o'clock at the top, 6 o'clock at the bottom, 3 o'clock to the right, 9 o'clock to the left. Okay. So now open your eyes and picture this clock above you on the ceiling. Okay. And we're going to be working on, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, press your lower back to the floor. So 12 o'clock is down on your mat. And then take an inhale. Pull the tailbone down towards the floor. And you're at 6 o'clock. Okay. So inhale. Use your abdominal muscles to pull you into the 12 o'clock position. And then as you exhale, try not to use your hip flexors, you will be using your hip flexors to pull the tailbone down, and you'll feel your back arch. Okay, so keep going, working with your breath. And the purpose of this exercise is exactly to show you the difference between your abdominal muscles and your hip flexor muscles. Okay, a lot of times when you do abdominal work, we end up using the hip flexors in the legs and the lower back rather than isolating our abdominal muscles. Okay, so put your hands in your hip creases here. And then as you'll feel those muscles kind of soften as you go till 12 o'clock, because you're transferring the work into your abdominal muscles. And then as you inhale, you'll feel those muscles start to tighten as you bring your tailbone down. Okay, so now go back with an exhalation breath to 12 o'clock. And now we're going to roll over to 3 o'clock. Okay, so you're making a circle. And then as you go from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, you'll feel it's hip flexors, hip flexors, hip flexors. Now roll over to 9 o'clock. And now those muscles start to soften as the abdominal muscles take over to get us to 12 o'clock. Okay, again, so roll to 3 o'clock. Abs, 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 and then the hip flexors get involved as we go from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and then abs, abs, abs from 9 o'clock to 12, 12 to 3, And then hip flexors get involved from 3 to 6 to 9. Good. And then, okay, one more circle like this. So 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then hip flexors 3 to 6, 6 to 9, and then 9 to 12. We're back to abs. Okay? And then just relax here. So it's very important for a lot of the work we're going to be doing through these next 4 weeks to maintain a 12 o'clock position, okay? Particularly when the legs are up or straight, you really want to keep your abdominal muscles engaged so that we're using these muscles and not pulling on our lower back, okay? All right, so from here, one more thing, I went through some of my yoga literature, and I know we've talked about this in the studio, but when you sit up, you want your shoulders and your hips to move at the same time, and then roll forward and use your arm strength to sit yourself up. Okay? So those are our 2 ab exercises for today. And each of these videos is going to be broken down into 2 sections. The first are going to be ab exercises that you can do to strengthen your abdominal muscles, okay? And so today, those 2 were the current lifting up of the head, hand on the abdominal muscles, okay? Feeling the engagement of those muscles as you lift the head. So for today, you can do 3 sets of that. We did 1 now, so you can do 2 more on your own. And then the second is the pelvic clock, okay? And you can just practice that until you feel proficient and you understand which muscles go with which action, okay? And then the second section of each video is going to be actual yoga asana that we do that will also help to develop and strengthen. And today, these exercises are focused on stabilizing. So the first one is going to be one you guys all know well. It's going to be hunter's pose. So go ahead and come to an all fours position. Okay, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And again, if I was just letting my belly go, my back would look like this. And here I'm drawing my belly up and in towards my spine. Okay, so you can feel when you do that, your abdominal muscles are engaged in lifting. Okay, so we're going to hold here. No, we're not. We're going to hold a little longer than normal. Okay, so take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, right arm, left leg stretch out. And we're going to hold for 10 breaths. Keep the belly engaged. It's tempting to let the muscles become lax. Keep them engaged. Good. Keep stretching. Keep the muscles engaged. Notice if they start to loosen. Good. 3 more breaths here. Good. And exhale. Down you come. Good. Let's do the other side. I have to move forward because I'm hitting the chair. Take a deep breath in. Engage your thigh or engage your belly. And as you exhale, other side. Keep the abs engaged and breathe. We'll get into that a little bit later in the challenge, but our breath and our core muscles, they have a lot to do with each other because the diaphragm, as it goes up and down, relates a lot to the state of the abdominal muscles. Good. 3 more breaths here. Keep the abdominal muscles engaged. Good. And then exhale, release. Good. Press yourself back into a child's pose. All right, here we go. All right, so we're gonna do that one more time. Okay, belly's up and in. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, right arm, left leg. Good. And now I'm going to time us. All right, we're going to shoot for 15 seconds. Actually, that's going by fast. We'll go for 30 seconds. Good. Keep the abs engaged. Good. You can feel how they stabilize, right? They serve this function to help us balance in this pose. Good. Abs stay in. 3 more seconds. And down we come. Good. Get set up. And let's do the other side. Okay, so nice deep full breath in. Exhale. Up we go. 30 seconds. Good. Keeping the belly engaged the whole time. Good. This work, when we have nice strong abdominal muscles, it really helps to stabilize the lower back. Good. And we all know, everyone knows somebody that has back pain. So this type of work is really preventative. Good. One more breath here. And exhaling. Down we come. Okay, good work. All right, so I want to stretch out our shoulders real quick. So have a seat and go ahead and bring your left arm across the body, hook it with your right. Shoulders stay down. Good, and then let's do the other side. Good, stretch the arm across, because now we're coming into planks, and you're going to see a good amount of these throughout our yoga challenge today. Okay, so we're going to start by doing 3 sets of 15-second holds. Okay, so, and you can do, for these, we're doing forearm planks to start with. Okay, so go ahead and come down onto your belly. Okay, and bring your forearms. A lot of people like to kind of have the tips of the thumbs touching and the palms flat. Okay, and that's fine. Okay, curl your toes under. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, up you come. Okay, belly is in, but the hips are not hiking up, not like this. They stay in line with the body. Good. One more second here and relax. Good. And if you have trouble with these to start with, you can do these from your knees. You could just do this. Okay, so you can see my lower legs are down. And this will just help to develop that abdominal strength. All right, let's do our next one. Ready? Forearms on the floor. One more breath here. Up we come. Good. Legs lift towards the ceiling. Elbows are under your shoulders. We're at 10 seconds. Keep going. One more breath here. And release. So I'm sure just from the little bit of ab work we've done this morning, you feel they may not be really exhausted, but you can feel that they're working. Okay, so anytime that they're working like this, we're getting stronger, bit by bit by bit. All right, so let's do our last one. All right, ready? So deep breath in and exhale. Up you come. Good. Engage the belly. Pull it up into your back. That's it. Breathe in here. But keep the belly engaged. And release. Good job. All right. So that's it. Day 1 of our ab challenge finished. So remember, you can do 3 sets of the lifting of the head to finish this, because I did everything else with you. So, but you can always go ahead and do another set of the ab exercises. And then if you want to do another set of this, you can as well. Okay, or if this was enough, that's great too. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great day.